right, all right. Well, welcome everybody to a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday of the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. I am your humble host. My name is Ed Rivera, also known as the Dad Hat, and with me I got these beautiful, wonderful looking guys here, Mr. Prospector, the mayor, and the influencer himself. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? Are you trying to get the thumbs up already? Look at you. He's already started right up the bat.
It's going to work. Surely it'll work in Ohio.
He just did it in one try. Look at that. But let's see.
There's something about my computer.
There it is. Boom.
I got nothing. I'm with you, Donnie. I got nothing.
Here we go, gentlemen. And all right, guys. So welcome to another episode or another Tuesday. Right? The week before. I think there's a game going on, soon. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to get started with the person who's going to be late, Mr. Prospector himself, my friend. What are you wearing? What are we drinking?
Well, good evening, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Made it just under the
chin right there.
Yeah, by the skin of my chinny, chin, right? So,
yeah.
Doing well and happy to be here. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for being here, as we always appreciate it. Tonight I am wearing another custom hat from my good friends at Topper Store USA. It's the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Oh, that's I like it, man. That's a nice one.
And it's got a satin brim
What's
on
up,
it.
Eric?
So,
hey, Eric.
Gray bottom.
What's up, EO?
Yeah. What's up, Eric, my man? Shout out to Eric Lichtenberg for always joining us. And tonight I am drinking. Here it is.
There it is.
I had to go out to the store to get some more.
No, you didn't.
I did. I sure did.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
well,
we gotta get that sponsorship.
There you go. Hey, Gatorade. Hey, what's up? Let's talk.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So big shout out to you guys as well.
Let's see. I'm gonna tag him right on the chat and see how that works, right? All right. Yeah. Mr. Mayor, what are we wearing? What are we drinking, my friend?
Oh, well, I am coming to you from the great state of Ohio, my home away from home
baby.
Right now. Yep. I am wearing my Cleveland Lumberjacks dad hat.
Yes, sir.
Nice little Zephyr hat here I picked up a while back, and
from Z Hats,
yeah, Charlotte Knights T-shirt here from 108 Stitches. So doing comfortably with that. I'm drinking a Arche Brewing out of Akron, an Irish Red Light.
Okay,
and,
all right.
Picked that up earlier. It's a nice red ale, and got it in my red Solo cup. Our toast to Toby Keith. So, red Solo cup.
I tried to get a Solo cup, but we'll get that in a minute. All right, Mr. Influencer Eric, what's going on, my friend? Talk to me.
Well, Ed, you can probably explain, why do I have this hat on my head right now?
My bad.
So I have the 508 Los Huepas from the Worcester Red Sox. Got a chance to get up to Polar Park this past summer. Unfortunately, did not get to see a game. However, we did get to tour the ballpark, got to go kind of the ins and outs of the ballpark. Really cool. New ballpark, about 3 years old. I think it was built same time that Riverfront here in Wichita was. So pretty new ballpark, really cool place. Had a lot of fun with the tour guide, took the boys around and really enjoyed that. They had a really, really, really good sale on this hat. So picked this up, came in the other day. So the first time I'm wearing it, but it's the Los Huepas Copa from the Worcester Red Sox.
That's right. It's a nice cap. Nice cap.
And shout out to Toby Keith, rocking the red Solo cup. So my brother and I just got done running 1.5 miles right before we got on here. About not quite to a mile in, he's like, why didn't we shoot for just a mile tonight? And kind of regretted going the extra half mile. But him and I are about 10 weeks out from the 5K that we're doing on Profit Palooza. So we're kind of starting to get in and doing some training. So
you
got to start somewhere. And we probably should have started a little bit lighter, but got through it. And so it's water, but it has Prime, the energy powder in it. So trying to rehydrate myself after our run this evening.
Some BCAA?
Yep.
I like it. I like it. And obviously today I'm just going to be wearing my 47 cleanup Dad Hat. Oh, there it is. But I am also drinking out of my Manly Man mug there, but it is homegrown cider, hard cider from Flat Rock. It
That's a good
is
one.
their Muy Guava, guava passion fruit hard cider. So this thing is yum. So it is absolutely delicious. I tried all day to look for a solo cup in my house. Did not have one. I have no idea where they went. But they're not in my house. I can tell you that much.
Do they not have the stores in North Carolina?
But I worked all day, man. I can't just be leaving,
From 5 a.m. till 9 p.m.?
I didn't work out this morning. I woke up late, bro.
You should. Somebody will forgive you.
I know, right? My bad. Anyways, but yeah, so delicious drink today. So, but hey, R.I.P. to the man. Dude, you guys, who was it that sent that text this morning? Was it you,
I
Eric?
did. Yeah, I did.
I know, 6 o'clock. I'm like, dude.
Well, it was only 5 o'clock here, but I had to get the boys over to get on the school
Only
bus. So
5 o'clock.
I saw that, and now I'll be the first one to say his song "Red Solo Cup." I honestly say is the worst country song ever, but obviously it's still hard to hear the passing of Toby Keith.
Yeah.
My brother and I got a chance to go to the American Country Awards in Las Vegas in 2011, and that was right when his song came out. So he was the basically the ending act, and he came out and performed that. And what was funny is that they had a bunch of red solo cups sitting in under everybody's seat, and everybody was clamoring for him and was like, "Oh, I got a keepsake," and it didn't have like anything commemorative on it. It was just like one of these plastic red solo cups. I'm like, guys, you can get a 100 pack of that for like $3, but
Go to the store. You can find a whole bunch of those. It's just fine.
but yeah, we did get to see him perform Red Solo Cup live. So tribute and shout out to Toby Keith tonight.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I knew he was sick, but like, I honestly, because I don't follow Toby Keith, so I'm not a, that big of a country fan. I listen to some country, but not really. Didn't even know that he was. I was like, all of a sudden, he was like, hey, best one. I'm like, what the?
Yeah. So sorry, Patrick. He's from Moore, Oklahoma, which is just south of Oklahoma City, and my wife's from Stillwater. So anytime I go down for work or anytime we go down to like Dallas or whatever, we go right past Moore. And there's a big water tower that says home of Toby Keith. So I go by the town he was from.
Oh, that place is gonna be packed tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I was listening to Toby Keith songs on the way to work today. I was listening to
Yep.
How Do You Like Me Now, and
Yep.
I'm just talking about tonight, and Beer for My Horses, and all those. So
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So
Yep,
rest in
same.
peace, Toby. Rest in peace, Toby Keith.
Yep.
For sure.
There you go. All right, boys. But now that we got that part of the way, let's talk a little sports, shall we? Let's see what's going on. Not a whole lot, right? Major League Baseball released their 2024 spring training caps. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Tell me, guys. Correctly cheers for the Oklahoma Sooners, Boomer Sooner. There you go. Here we go.
Shout
fired
out
already.
to Zach. Zach and
Which-
Phil chimed in already.
I
Big
will
shout out
be,
to you guys.
I will be meeting Zach for the first time Friday night.
Patrick.
So he was going next weekend, not this past weekend. I thought he was going to
Zach
be there this
Beason-
past weekend.
He's going to be there for the semifinals and the finals of the Caribbean Baseball League. So I'm only going to be there for the final. But yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to hang out. So I'll be there. I already bought the tickets and everything. I'm excited for that.
When Patrick came to Wichita last year, Zach also came. So both of us got to meet Zach last year in Wichita. So that was a fun time.
Nice.
He had his kids with him, and my youngest got to play with his. So it was a lot of fun.
There you go. I love it. So yeah,
So
I'm pretty excited.
Still waiting for my chance. So
Well, I'm sure this summer.
That
I
dude
think
gets
he's got-
everywhere. He'll run into you. He gets
I-
everywhere.
I think he said he was going to try to be here for the CBM meetup.
okay, all right.
So he'll be here for that. So I think so. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Zach. I don't know if I'm volunteering him for him to come, and he probably was like, I wasn't planning on coming. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. So, all right, boys. But all right, let's talk. Let's talk hats, right? That's we all love our hats. Spring training came out. It's coming soon. The spring training hats are out. What are our thoughts on these new caps, man? Because they're definitely different. They're going very colorful. I think they're taking a page out of minor league baseball, in my opinion. But what do you guys think?
Well, some are going different.
I didn't want to say it.
Y'all know my feeling on, stiff, suit and tie Yankees. It looks just like every Yankees hat I've ever had. Except
so there it is. Look, Zach is going to be there, so you'll get to meet him at the Durham Bulls game.
Awesome.
So, well, dude, we were just talking on Twitter because you were talking about that. I was like, they even put the New York Yankees with the bat and the cap. Even if they just would have done the bat and the cap on a spring training hat, that would have been amazing. You know what I mean? It would have looked totally different. Nothing that would be like out of like the Yankees, brand. But man, they got nothing at all.
Their colors are navy blue, white, and gray. So there's not a lot. I mean, a lot of these other teams have an alternate color in there.
And when they use the top cap.
Well, that's what I told you guys on the text is like, I would have loved to have seen a gray hat with a navy bill and that top hat logo on front. That would have been crazy good. Or go a little wilder, make the hat red with a navy bill and throw that top hat logo on it, or do a script Y for Yankees or something other than just the plain old NY. It's old and boring.
Yeah, it really is.
Or just be somebody else other than a Yankees fan, and then you'll be okay.
Well, right here you have Toronto Blue Jays fan, you got a Guardians fan, you got a Royals fan. So I mean, you can take your pick of those teams.
And I told Eric that I'm beginning to lean much more towards the Royals with the Fireflies.
Don't pick Detroit because Detroit's the same thing. They're boring as hell too.
Although, did you see theirs? They got the orange hat with the tiger on. I kind of like that.
That one is nice.
Like that.
I'll admit that one is nice. Yeah, you're right. That one is pretty cool.
I could rock that in a Clemson game, and people would be like, "Where'd you get that?"
Don't worry about it. But yeah, you're right. Yankees boring. What do you think about your team, Patrick?
I like it. I like it. I like the tritone look. It's I mean, obviously with the logo, they didn't go too far away from what they wear on field, but it's kind of a throwback to the white panel front that they wore a few years ago on the field, where it was like an all royal blue and then with the white panel, which is one of my favorite hats because I really like that one. But I like that they threw the navy in, and I actually like it probably better. It would look great with their powder blue jerseys to wear on field, if I'm honest. So I would almost like that to be an on-field hat beyond just spring training. So we'll see what happens in the next couple years, but overall, I'm a fan of it.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, so overall, just in general, I like. I'm looking at the picture here. I think it was sportslogos.net had of all the hats. And so there's 5 of them that are yellow, which is pretty rare. 5 of them that are orange. And so it's cool to see kind of all these alternates. The Baltimore Orioles is all orange with their O's and the backwards apostrophe. Shout out to our friend Paul on that and his episode there. But
yeah.
I like the Royals a little. I mean, I like the powder blue that they use. This past year, they did all powder blue uniforms on opening day. Usually they do like the powder blue tops, but then usually just do like white pants. But last year they did powder blue pants as well. And then the brim's kind of a navy, so that's not too bad. But my favorite, and we've discussed this already, my favorite's the Arizona Diamondbacks. Kind of that teal color that they use with the snake on it. It's really cool looking. I really like that for sure.
That one for sure was like, oof, that is nice.
And it sold out probably before. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Donnie.
No, go ahead. It sold out. Go ahead. Don't start that tonight.
Here, I'll go.
Don't start, Patrick. Don't start.
I'll take Donnie's thunder. And then for Eric Lichtenberg, the Twins with the MS flags on there. That's really cool. The one they have looks like it's red for the most part, but yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I like that the Arizona's pulling the teal more into their look again.
Yeah.
Or not again, but kind of going with that. And then the Twins, that's the best one to me overall.
Wanna see if I can. There it is. There's there's a couple of them right there.
Yeah.
They have the
Diamondbacks is so good.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm with my favorite. I'm with Eric. I like the Diamondbacks one is my favorite. I also like the Cubs one, to be fair.
Yeah,
Look at
like,
that
with just
that
the-
Minnesota one. Yeah.
that
that,
Minneapolis
one is
St. Paul
good.
flag. Yeah,
yeah.
I
and
don't want to
that's the
give
same
Oakland
one.
too much credit, but the yellow with the green, that's actually kind of nice.
yeah, I like
It
that
is. It is. I like the Marlins one too. I like that they used that Marlins blue
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
top.
there it
Yeah.
is.
there we
really-
go.
I really like the way that pops.
Yeah, but look at all those yellows, which you don't typically see, including
it.
Tampa.
Yep.
Yeah,
Tampa. Look,
Tampa's-
Houston has a nice one. White Sox
Yeah.
with a gray cap. Look at that. Atlanta State. Wah, wah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
it's-
like, I'm obviously not a Tigers fan, but I like that orange with the tiger on it.
So
Miami
do I.
Marlins is beautiful. Seattle is nice. You know what? I'll even
Yeah.
give credit to the Guardians who went away from the sea and they're doing their wing G. At least they're doing
On the
something
red.
different.
Yeah,
You know
And,
what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that's what I like. A lot of these guys did was throwing an alternate logo on there. I mean, Philly with
Yeah.
the bell. I love all the hats that the Rays have done with that starburst on it, that
Starburst.
sunburst. That's really cool. Mariners going with their compass
Mhm.
logo there, basically.
Philly.
I mean, Chicago
Yeah.
Cubs.
Yeah.
I
The
mean, yeah, a
Dodgers
lot of
went
these.
different.
You
Even
got
the Dodgers
the-
The
rubbing
Dodgers
LA.
with- that looks like a driller's hat, but
they went to honor the Oklahoma City Dodgers.
then-
That are no longer the Oklahoma City
Sure,
Dodgers.
let's go with
Yeah.
that.
And the Nationals went with the new W script that they're going to have on their road jerseys for this season. That's the new W script that they're going to have there. So they've already put that on a hat now. So
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
think
be-
it's at the bottom. If you could scroll
Yeah.
a little bit,
yeah,
There. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There it
That
is.
almost looks-
I like that W. I
it
really
kind of
do.
reminds me of the University of Washington, though.
It's not bad though, man. It's kind of nice though.
Like,
well,
you talking about the
it's
old
funny that
Washington
they're the
logo?
only.
Hmm
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
speaking
funny
of
they went
drillers,
black on that too.
what's up, Colin?
What's up, Colin?
What's up,
here,
Colin?
let
Hey,
me
there you go, Colin.
See, still
me-
working. Still
let
working
me
with the
see. So
drillers.
let's get a couple of
Yeah.
comments here. Eric Lichtenberg, I'm biased, but I really like the Twins. You know what? I'm a fan of the Twins. That's a really nice
It's a
cap,
great
dude.
logo. That's
we're
also
all
on
a
the
fan.
clubhouse. That's also the same logo they started using on the clubhouse caps.
The M and
Which is what the Tigers did as well. They both
right.
They first released it on both of those. So
Washington, Arizona, Seattle, Tampa. I like Tampa's too. Tampa's is not bad at all.
Tampa's is great.
Sorry, Phil. I talk bad about the Braves, but I'm not. They could have used a lower, or even they would have used the axe. That would have been something different to them.
Yeah.
Do something different for spring training. I get it. You don't want to do anything for for during the season. This is the time for you to do something different, like in doing spring training, right?
Yeah.
This is your time.
Yeah.
Colin Wilson, go Drillers, making a rare appearance. What's up, my friend? I hope everything is doing well for you. Cardinals, not bad.
He's living the
Pirates,
dream out there in Tulsa, man. He's living the dream, working for
Yeah,
the
he
minor
is.
league team.
So for the most part, there's definitely some winners, and then there's definitely some flops for sure.
Yep.
Definitely some flops. There. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, it's a tomahawk. Oh Jesus. Living in Tulsa on Tulsa time.
There you go.
But yeah, we're there. We're right there. Spring training, pitchers and catchers about to show up not too long. And then, we got spring training games. That's the best time, Craig, because you're like watching games in the middle of the day, right?
Yep.
Obviously, you're going to get mostly your prospect. You're not going to get your stars, but you're going to get something. At least you got baseball, right? Major League Baseball is back. I should correct, because Zach will correct me, but Major League Baseball is back because we get baseball year round, right? So
For sure.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited. And then Friday, I mean, Caribbean baseball series, dude. I'm so pumped. It was like a last minute thing. I was like, my wife was like, go do it. I'm like, all right, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do it. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So-
See, baseball's
for
going to
you,
be baseball's going to be over on Friday,
Mhm.
and then it'll be back on Wednesday.
Oh,
And pitchers and
Well,
catchers report.
And you'll have a Super Bowl in between.
yeah. I was just gonna say there's Super Bowl right there. So there's
Oh yeah, football in the baseball off season right there.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'll be honest with you, like I'm not as excited about football's the Super Bowl this year, just because I'm not really a fan of either of those teams. I know the influencers household. It's gonna be a Kansas City fandom, but I'm like, wah, wah,
We'll find out on Thursday.
We will find out on Thursday. We will. We are not going to
Yep.
give you guys our predictions until Thursday. So we're not going to talk about that. You're right. You're right. You're right. All right. So I want to give it the floor a little bit. I didn't preface this with it for anybody. I didn't tell anybody. But Eric, your team all of a sudden found some money under a rock.
Yeah, so I was just looking at that today. So yeah, we just signed yesterday Bobby Witt Jr., star shortstop, to an 11-year, $288.8 million contract with 3 years. So it could be up to 14 years altogether. And I was looking today, the largest contract prior to that was Alex Gordon at $72 million. $72 million up to $288.8 million. I know John Sherman just took over last year.
Yeah.
He apparently has money hiding somewhere, because we have not done anything ever like this. And so it was completely shocking to a lot of us here in Kansas, as far as, Royals fans. Like, we actually did something, actually signed somebody long term. That's very shocking. So I have no idea where they got that money from.
Dude, and they came out of nowhere with the signing.
I knew they were going to extend him at some point, but didn't think it would be 11 years, $290 million.
Granted, the kid is good. All right, he is good, but damn, his teammates are like, you're paying from now on.
I mean, that shows you too. I don't care what these say. They've got money. They just don't want to spend it. And a lot of these lower level teams haven't wanted to spend it. They're just keeping it in their pockets. Those owners don't want to do this. So he's showing you that it can be done.
Sorry.
Allergies are bad in North Carolina.
Yeah. Really
well,
bad.
they had just signed and did over $100 million in signings this offseason prior to that. Now, I don't know if you guys saw Bobby Witt's contract or not. So he's not really necessarily deferring it like Shohei, but a lot of it is not till a little bit later on.
It's on the back end.
Yeah.
The first back end loaded.
First few years are 2, 3, 4, 5 million, not too much, and then it gets heavier as you go on. But I was just thinking about that. So, because I didn't know originally when I was talking to my friend about it, he's only 23 years old. So, I mean, he'll be 34, 35. So, I mean, at what point will he still be that good by then? I don't, it's
or
good, but I don't
be
understand
with the team by then.
Right. I don't understand those lengthy contracts. I can see maybe 7 or 8 years, but when you get 10 and 11, and these guys are going to be mid-30s, it's like, what do you do at that point? Maybe he can still be decent, but you don't have very many guys. He's not Julio Franco that's going to be there until he's 75 hitting or whatever.
I think he's still playing in some Dominican league or Mexican league,
It's better, though, than a lot of the guys that sign these contracts, like A-Rod and all, like they're 28, 29, and it's going to take them near 40 when they're done. I mean, I think they locked him up for the prime years. Most of them don't give a crap about the last 2 or 3 years on the back end of a deal like this anyway,
because they're not going to see that back end of the contract.
I mean, either it's going to get renegotiated somewhere along the way if he just goes off, or it's just going to tail off and somebody's going to end up eating that money because he's not that good. He's just a role player at some point. Mm-hmm. So it's not that bad a deal, I don't think, for either one. And I like what I'm hearing about what you said about deferring sort of some of that early money. I'd like to see a lot more players do that when they sign these big contracts to allow the team room to bring other people in and not just pay him so much money they can't do anything else, and then it's worthless.
But it also makes sense because, you think about a player's service time in the major leagues, right? You graduate the salary, the more you go up. So, Eric, I guess I've got a question. How many years of was he in arbitration yet, Bobby? He hadn't hit his arbitration.
I don't think he was there yet.
Right?
No,
so you think about it, he's getting a little bit more than he'd probably get before his arbitration eligible years, and then he's graduating every year. So so he just gets that money guaranteed now versus having to do it year on year. So it's a really
and you never want to go to arbitration because it's a lot of feelings get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
Egos get bruised, so you don't want to get to that point.
It's a lot like a Braves type deal. I mean, not quite. I mean, a lot more years tacked on, but it's a lot like a Braves type deal. They're not taking the chance to let him hit the open market where a player of Bobby Witt's. You could argue if he keeps up what he's doing,
Francisco Lindor,
he'd be in line to make a lot more than probably what the Royals gave him.
Yeah, so he started opening day 2022 because he was with Northwest Arkansas in 2021 before the All-Star break, and my son
Right.
got to meet him when he was here with the Naturals. And then right after the All-Star break, so the Naturals played here, I think like the week of the All-Star break, and he was in the Futures game. So he was here for like the first few games, but then was gone the last few games of the week. But he was able to meet him at the beginning of the week. And then right after that, after the All-Star break, he went up to Omaha and then was on opening day roster 2022. So yeah, this will be his third full year.
Needs
I
to
believe
have
I-
3 full years in order to hit arbitration. So
Yeah. Well, I believe I heard that story on the with your talk with Sean Mernon on the Earn Fun Average podcast, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you can get that wherever you listen to your favorite.
Right. I was just going to say anywhere you can find Apple Podcast, Spotify, things, places like that.
The same.
Earn Fun Average podcast. Check it out.
Well, pretty cool. I like
We'll
it.
talk about it later, what we have coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
just wanted to say Phil looks like he went the Donnie route and is going to be in a suite in May, just like Donnie was last year when Ed and I and Paul were there.
Sweating our werewolves off, and then Donnie's like, I'm in air conditioning.
Yeah, why didn't you invite us?
What's wrong? Why are you guys sweating so much?
Yeah, Phil, you should invite us into that suite.
Phil did a suite last year. He was with the food girl there in Kansas City. I'm sure he's going back there with her. They got way more spread of food than I got in my suite. So
we didn't get a spread.
Phil's living large in his. He's even doing better than the mayor.
Eric, did you get a spread?
No.
No. Okay, because I didn't.
No, we ate helmets out of nachos out of a helmet and then had ice cream out of a helmet. But
I still got my helmet, by the way. It's somewhere around here.
Well, we didn't have a spread either. We had to order, a meal, but
not to sound like Jim Mora, but like a suite and a helmet. I didn't even get to go to the game.
True story. You weren't even there.
Mike Jr. over here. I didn't get invited.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Where was my invitation? But Eric, let me ask you this, because with this whole Bobby Witt thing, right? Does Kansas City now have enough pieces, or they still need more pieces in order? And we're talking AL Central, right? Because the AL Central is absolutely garbage.
How fun was that last year?
Huh?
How fun was the AL Central last year?
Huh? God, we kept texting each other like, I was like, God, how bad is this division?
They're all like, I'm glad we're not in the East.
Jesus. True story.
So
or is it Minnesota, the team still to be?
Yeah, I think Minnesota and Cleveland. Kansas City could finish. You don't think so, Cleveland?
No.
Okay,
Cleveland got nothing.
The thing I'm worried about is I think probably their bullpen. I don't know that we've really solidified the bullpen quite yet, because everybody they brought in. Now, if this was 2017, all the players that they brought in, I think would be really good. But a lot of these guys are kind of older, so they're veterans. So we'll see. They may be a little bit away from it yet, depending on the pitching situation. Now, we did hit on getting Cole Reagans last year. He came over to the Royals. He was really good. And then Brady Singer was hurt. So if he can be healthy this year, obviously that's key for every team. But if the starting pitching can be healthy enough, they're young still for the most part, brought in some veteran pieces, but I still don't know if they'll necessarily contend for the division, and I don't even know, Zach, if they'll even make a wild card. It's just being how bad they've been. I mean, teams can have a quick turnaround like that. I just
don't see it yet.
Yeah,
I don't see it yet.
Right.
And with Cleveland and the AL Central, I mean, for God's sakes, they're looking to move Class A right now, which is their closer, right? I mean, for God's sakes, what are we even doing? We haven't signed. Cleveland has not signed anybody, like nobody. The only person that they signed, and forgive me because but Carrasco. But he's been hurt with the Mets for the whole time. And you signed him, all right, big whoop-de-doo. Granted, he was good with us, but at some point, why?
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's doing this major overhaul to the stadium for what? Like, they're not going to have anything to put on the field to show it off with. Maybe they put all their money into the renovation and they can't pay the players.
Well, see that, and it really gets me angry because a lot of it is city money that's being renovated. So it's not even
not even team money. Okay,
no, it's not even team money. That's not owner. The owner is absolutely an absolute tight ass when it comes to money overall. So that makes me absolutely angry.
Is
Yeah.
EL saying that he doesn't trust the Twins, or they were just good enough last year that he thinks they'll still be good?
Be honest with you, the Twins really didn't need to do much. Cleveland didn't improve. Detroit hasn't improved.
Well, they finally won in the playoffs. At least they hadn't won in however long, and then finally won the playoffs. But obviously,
thanks for that reminder.
I forgot who they beat.
Yeah, I forgot too because I drowned my sorrows.
He purposely, trying to forget that until Eric
he had an extra Gatorade that he took after that series.
Yeah,
I did.
It was a spiked one too.
It was. It was.
He spiked the hell out of that Gatorade.
Yeah. But who said it was Gatorade?
There you go. But when you get to that point that the Twins got to, and then you turn around and don't do anything extra to add to it, it's like, can we get back to that spot again, or is it going to be harder to get back to that spot because everybody's going to be gunning for you a little more, and everybody else is improving? Almost everybody.
Well, in the division, no one really has improved except for the Kansas City Royals, who've signed some people. Detroit is not that good.
Well, I don't think the Twins are worried about the division. I think they're worried about the people outside the division they've got to climb over, and I think that's where Eric's maybe going with that comment more so than the division itself.
Well, because there's so many new guys that are coming into Kansas City, thankfully the season's 162 games, so it may take them a little bit to start clicking, but then hopefully by the All-Star break, they'll start to figure it out a little bit.
Well, the Twins shipped off Polanco, right? Didn't they trade Polanco?
Yeah.
I think I actually like that trade, to be honest.
So do I. So do I, actually.
Anthony DeSclafani is coming over to Minnesota. We get to see a lot of these guys in Wichita, so it's always fun getting to see those guys that have made it up to Minnesota.
I like DeSclafani as well. So
there you go.
I really, a lot of people saw it as a surprise, but I really actually like that trade for Minnesota just because, let's be honest, Polanco, he was good, but he wasn't, he was getting up there in age, injuries and all that. And they got some good pieces for Polanco. So that was I actually enjoyed that one. That was actually really good. I was very surprised on that one. Kansas City will trade them all away in July, said Joe. What do you think? Eric, you're like, nope, not going to answer that one. I'm not even going to entertain it.
No, they're not going to. They may get rid of a piece or two, but they still have a lot. Vinny Pasquantino was probably the best hitter last year, and then he got hurt. He's rearing to get back. He said he's like, I can't wait to get back on the field. He's going to make it a monster year. So I think, who knows? We'll hopefully have I guess you could always have a worse year than last year, but it's going to be hard for the Royals to do that. So hopefully it's only going up from here.
Who was the pitcher that went down when we were there? The guy hit in the face. Who was that? When we were at the game we were at.
Oh, that's right. What is his name?
Because he looked like he was one of the guys that was kind of
drilled.
He did, but looking at his stats going into that game, it looked like he was one of the guys that was kind of cruising last year until that.
Zach, who was that? I'll ask my son. He knows.
Okay, I can't remember his name, but
he wasn't at the game, but he'll know.
Yeah.
See,
Yarbrough,
there it is.
You go. Yeah.
This dude's a genius. He doesn't even have to look it up. Ryan Yarbrough, he knows.
Yeah, Ryan Yarbrough. He looked like he was a pretty solid.
That is what is called fandom right there, my friend.
Yes, he just sits there and watches MLB Network, Baseball Tonight, ESPN, Fox Kansas City, or whatever. It's Bally Kansas City. I knew he would know. I just have to, Zach, what's the answer? And there it is.
You look like a genius. I was like, because that was me. I raised them, okay, to be a fan. This is me.
That's
good job, Zach.
I was going to say that's why Zach's my guy. That sounds like something that I would do.
I like it, Zach. Good job, buddy. Have you guys been surprised? Besides the Dodgers, like there haven't really been like this offseason a lot of like major moves. The
Jays are movers and shakers. They signed a 39-year-old DH. They are just, blazing trails. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Justin Turner, and no disrespect to him. It's just, that's all you did. And
Talk to Cleveland. They haven't done anything still. LA Dodgers. Kershaw's back with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
He'll be good this season.
That's going to enhance
regular
their
season champion.
That's going to enhance their playoff chances for sure. Because, game one, throw in Kershaw.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be my new thing from now on. Like, those big teams that do great during the season and then do absolutely nothing in the playoffs. Regular season champions. The Dodgers,
Yep.
The Yankees.
The Blue Jays.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Jays.
Yeah,
right.
We just can't win a playoff game, much less a series.
The Yankees just
That's
can't
awkward.
string together, more than a month at a time. They'll have a great month and then a bad month and then a good month and then a bad month. They just can't stay out front when they get out there. Cowboys.
the
You're right, Colin. The Cowboys of the NFL, right there.
Exactly.
Well, the Jays are game to game. It's like win 2, lose 3.
Jays have players already, so they can add JT, and it will help.
Yeah, I mean they do. It's just that the offense actually has to produce. The thing is, they don't produce in like key situations.
That's the problem. They go through their spells of just doing absolutely nothing. They're good,
and they're not going to have, and they can't possibly be lucky like they were last year with the pitching staying as healthy as it did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Blue Jays, used maybe 6 pitchers in their rotation all of last season.
Yep.
You're not going to be guaranteed that every year. I mean, so that's just not. So we'll see what happens. It's
Wow, shots fired from Joe. Jesus.
I was spending a lot of yesterday looking at the Royal schedule, the promotional schedule to see. I have a few games on the calendar that I want to get up to.
You were telling me about the Hawaiian shirt.
I only got up to 2 games last year, and one of them was when you and Donnie were there, but didn't take Zach at all last year, so he's wanting to go. So I have a few based off the promotional schedule I'm looking at to go up this year.
You know who doesn't have a promotional schedule?
Cleveland.
The Oakland A's.
Oh, yeah, them too.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Hey, I just want to jump back real quick, non-baseball, but to Phil's comment about the spaghetti and meatball pizza. I just want to give Phil a recommendation because he's always looking for good food ideas. I don't know if he's aware of this, but if he makes it up to Charlotte for a Knights game, go to Optimus Hall. It's a food hall in North Davidson area of Charlotte. They have a grilled cheese sandwich place there that has a spaghetti and meatball grilled cheese sandwich, and it is fantastic.
Okay. All right. So there it is. Recommendations from the mayor himself.
Yeah.
When he's doing his
I need to get back to
things.
Charlotte. I need to get back to Charlotte.
We went up there for Checkers game, and we went there for something to eat. I mean, they got a ton of restaurants there. It's an old mill building, and they got anything and everything there. But that was a great grilled cheese sandwich. So.
Oakland, you can show up and pitch an inning. And the way they're doing it right now, actually, they don't even have a home. They don't even know where they're going to play.
Exactly. Oakland doesn't want them, and nobody else really does.
Dude, how bad is that? Like, even the teachers union in Vegas are like, we're suing because that money should be for teachers. And so that's awkward. Even the mayor they kind of backtracked, though. I was like, they don't want Oakland there. I was like, uh-oh, this is awkward. So that whole situation with the Oakland A's, I mean, it's gotten bad.
Yep.
Like, you talk about like someone who just, like you purposely made it so that way no one likes you in Oakland, and now no one likes you anywhere. Because they're trying to figure out where the hell they're going to play. Utah, Tampa. They were talking about at one point.
And is that the 20? Is that for this season that they're trying to figure that out, or is that for 25?
For everything.
I think it's 25. I think they're going to play this year.
I want to see what they're going to do this year. If they're going to, how many people are going to show up?
Yeah. I mean, the fans. I know there's going to be some people that go to the game because they want to support the players more so than the ownership. But yeah, they're going to struggle with attendance this year, I believe.
Well, they haven't signed anybody either.
Yeah.
Well, the Aviators are going to outdraw the A's. They do most of the time anyway. Yeah. The Aviators can get 10. What's their capacity out there, Eric? Is it 10,000?
Yeah, I'd say at least that. I don't know the exact numbers, but gorgeous ballpark.
Well, I mean, they've had games that they get 10,000. I mean, and the A's can't even draw 9,000 to some game at Joe.
6, 7, 8,000. Yeah.
Really, really nice ballpark. I'd recommend Las Vegas ballpark.
I mean, I know that people won't go hardcore on this, but if I lived in Oakland and I was an A's fan, I'd be like, nope, not going. I mean, they need to basically have 500 or less people at every game.
I've got a friend that lives out in California that is in Oakland, an Oakland A's fan, and he's been all in that, like the T-shirts and all that stuff. So he's been part of that movement to try to make their voices known. So
those are both good ones, Phil.
Yeah,
yeah.
the Asheville one is really nice. So I just looked it up. The ballpark seating capacity is 8,196. However,
Okay.
it can accommodate 10,000.
I was gonna say I thought that somehow they could get 10,000, and they've done that. I know that they've.
I'm sure they
reached that.
have. It's
Yeah.
it's a beautiful ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, most
Uh,
I mean they got a berm out there probably covers a lot of that. So.
Yeah.
They
That
got
berm,
a,
you
they
know
got a
what's
swimming
nice?
pool.
The pool.
True. I would be getting that pool just to hang out.
What do y'all think
on
about
a-
Frisco getting rid of their pool and river?
Are they? I didn't hear that.
They're getting rid of
Yeah.
the river?
Oh.
Why?
Ouch.
They're having to because of the renovations for the clubhouse requirements for Major League Baseball. They're having to
Bro,
make some adjustments
Major
to
League
that stadium,
Baseball
and that's
needs to
going
calm
away.
the hell down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that a few months ago.
One Oak
I
is
don't know
nice,
when.
but I wouldn't go that far, Colin. I know he's biased. Though.
I wonder if he's biased. He's not. He said he's not being biased, but I don't know.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that Colin worked for them.
Maybe it's the team, the Tulsa Drillers. That we.
Well,
Don't
I will
like
say
here.
this: it is a beautiful park, and he
Yes.
showed us all of that park. I just hate we got rained out of our game because I was looking forward big time for that.
Don't you think that's like the worst thing that you do? Like, you make these plans, you make it all the way there, and then like you get rained out.
And it was Star Wars night. I was so bummed
Oh.
on May 4th.
I missed the first game in Daytona Beach before I got a chance to get back because it got rained out, and I was supposed to throw out the first pitch. Young Professor was still working there with the Tortugas, and he asked me if I want to throw out the first pitch, and it was the day after Jacob deGrom was on rehab, so I was going to throw off the same mound that deGrom threw the day before, and then it got rained out, and then now he doesn't work for the Tortugas anymore.
Yeah,
Johnny,
Typical
from what I
influencer.
understand, is Colin is saying that you were the bad luck.
Yes, he
maybe
was.
so.
That's what I got from that message.
Only rain out was the day I was there.
The day that Donnie decides
Yeah.
to show up, rain out.
Yeah.
I would say come to Wichita, but I don't want to rain out.
Yeah, no, let's
Well,
not
I'll
do
say
that.
this: they could have played on that field. I saw that field. It wasn't so much rain they couldn't have played on it, but anyway.
Phil, please know I'm going to Frisco July 4th and plan on buying a ticket for the lazy river.
Probably won't be
No,
gone this year, will it?
No, I don't think it'll be gone this year. I think it's just in the works that this may be the last year that it's there. I think. I don't know.
But that's weird though, because for those that have been there, it's nowhere near anything. I mean, it's in the outfield, and there's nothing.
Unless they plan on
back there.
moving the
That's true. Yeah, we're also going to Frisco, but it'll be a little bit later. Phil, we're going at the end of July. Been to Riders Ballpark a few times. Really nice, cool, different ballpark experience, but it's fun.
Let me ask you this, because I mean, I really am enjoying this baseball talk today. Is what we do. For you guys, and I put this on Twitter today on my video. What is the first game for you guys this year? Like, what is it going to be? I know some of you said there was also going to be a college game, but like, what's your first game? College, whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, mine's the South Carolina Clemson game on March 2nd.
Nice,
And I
like it.
So I reached. This is what's interesting too, because they've been trying to play at Segra Park every couple of years as a neutral site game,
Mhm.
and they play sometimes in Greenville where the Drive play, and each time though they've come to Columbia, it's been heavily South Carolina fans. So I reached out to my ticket guy and was asking him about tickets and trying to get my table for the game, like I've done for the other Clemson College of Charleston games and so forth, so on. He said, well, this year is different. He said both schools want it to be more neutral site. So they basically are letting the Fireflies only have 200 seats down the middle behind home plate. All the first base side is going to be South Carolina sold through their Gamecock Club, and all of third base is going to be through IPTE from Clemson so that they can make the fan base 50-50 as best they can. So I'm on the list. I'm not sure how many tickets I'm going to get, but hopefully I'll at least get 4, maybe a few more.
Yeah, he's gonna go to a campaign
one.
dinner. He's gonna get money from his campaign dinner
get
that he's gonna schedule in Tulsa, and somehow he'll parlay that into getting like 14 tickets for this thing. So
He'll get in there. Don't worry.
He
He'll be
will.
all right.
he will. He's the mayor.
He said my ticket guy.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
do you guys have a ticket guy? 'Cause I don't have a
Phil.
ticket guy.
Phil,
Phil got
ticket
it
guy.
too.
I don't have a ticket guy.
You don't
I
get
don't
assigned
think
a ticket guy when you get season tickets? That's your ticket representative?
Yeah, kind of. I've had
Oh,
so many different
oh,
people in Wichita
don't
that
let
they
him
just.
fool you. He's got a run of that place. Don't
Oh,
even
well,
let him fool you.
Yeah, I don't
my
need a ticket
everywhere you
guy.
walk,
I am
they're
the
like,
guy.
Yeah,
See-
they always go, "Hey, Eric, hey, Joe."
So my guy
Oh.
Ty, shout out to Ty. He
first name basis.
Hey, where's Ty? Why is he not on here right now?
I don't know. I have to talk to him, but
Send him a
So
text
Ty-
picture. I know you got his cell phone.
so Ty took over last year. I think last year was his first year as head of ticketing. He was like a regular ticket guy, and he got promoted last year to director of ticketing. And
You've been training him up.
exactly, because the guy that he replaced actually went and took a job for a collective for the University of South Carolina for NIL to
Interesting.
be in charge of that. So interesting.
Is that your
career
guy
moves.
too?
No, I don't
that
know who
your
that
guy
guy
too?
was. I don't know who that guy was. I was with Ty when
Sure.
Ty was down a few levels, and now he's the man. So
Is he still your guy?
yep.
Yeah,
They're on first name basis and cell phone.
Donnie's his guy.
That's
yeah.
right.
Ty's like, no,
Yeah.
I know Donnie. He's good peoples. He's good peoples. Don't worry about him. I got him.
Hey, I'll say this: if
Ty says that's my mayor.
That's
Ty
my mayor.
Ty wasn't my guy when I got first season tickets, or first year that I got season tickets, but in 2019. But the guy that I had would come over to our seats at least every 3 or 4 games and see how we were doing. I mean, Fireflies do it right. Their guys are on top of it, especially with their season ticket holders. They check on you, see how you're doing. They stay in touch with you. They look out for you. So
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody
I
does
thought
it, but they do it.
I thought about getting some season tickets for the Salamanders. That's what I thought
Yeah.
about. Like, I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I might pull the trigger. I might get a guy.
I was gonna say, Mayor, I hope you have a guy again next year, because you may see a couple of traveling brothers maybe arrive at Sager Park 2025. So keep your guy around, or get a new one if you need to, or you can be the
Make sure you
guy.
take care of that, okay?
Donnie's
I
gonna be
will.
the guy. I'll just go to Donnie.
Right.
Yeah. Just come to me. I've got I've got a
she
4
said just
top,
come
so
to
I got 2 seats sitting right there. Ed has sat in one of them.
I
He and
have.
Jim.
Hey,
So
let me tell you, once you sit on a table,
I've sat in one
at a ball
too.
game. Once you sit
Patrick
at a
sat
table
there too. Yeah. Oh
Everybody
yeah.
always
Yeah.
forgets
I'm
about
sorry.
you. Patrick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love how you both forget that I've actually been to your ballpark, and it's like
Patrick is a redheaded stepchild on this show today.
I am. He
Well,
goes-
I was
he
talking
goes,
about 2 seats though, and so you came in solo. So,
I did, but
but you sat there too. So.
I'm glad that I'm so forgettable. So,
No,
you know.
I'll say this though. Once you sit at a tabletop, though, man, it's really hard to go back to another part of the ballpark because you're like comfortable
Yeah.
there. You put your stuff, hang
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
and those chairs were comfortable too.
For the first time in my life, when I was at the park with these two guys, I felt like a somebody. You know.
It feels pretty good to go in, and there's like there's a little thing that separates you from the peasants.
in the row seats.
Yeah,
the
so I was
row
like,
seats.
I feel important right about now.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, don't look at me, please. Please don't look
Yeah.
at me. Not right now. I'm hanging out.
I kept looking around to think I was going to get kicked out because they're like, "You're not the mayor." Especially like when he'd go and get food, I'm like, I thought they thought that I was taking, the mayor and Mrs. Mayor's seats.
The Ty come to you. I was like, excuse me, you're in the mayor's seat, right? I'm gonna need
Well,
you to
he
move.
actually, it's funny. He actually came up to me and he said, "You're not my guy." And I was like,
Awkward.
I was like, "You're right. I'm not your guy." So
He's loving that thing. Look at him. He just loves doing that thing.
yeah. So when I when I asked Ty, I said, "Can I be your guy?" He goes,
No, not happening. So you didn't get the
"No,
thumbs
it didn't
up.
work.
No, you didn't. Look at that.
No, it didn't work. There
Oh,
it is.
there it is.
There it is."
All right. So we got some college. What about you, Patrick? What's your first game?
Well, I actually have the mayor to thank for this because I wouldn't be able to do it anyways. But March 23rd, the Savannah Bananas are coming to Gwinnett, and so
He's connected with the Bananas as well, just so you know.
I called my bananas ticket guy.
yeah.
So guy.
So I called because I did the ticket lottery just to see just for kicks, and I didn't get selected. So I'm not a somebody.
They didn't
So
even give you a chance. They're like, nope.
So I went. So even before that happened, I went to my I went to a guy that I know that has guys, and talk to him, and he's been very gracious to get me tickets for that game on the 23rd of March. And so they're going to be at Coolray Field, and they're going to be playing the Party Animals. So Megan and I and my mom and dad are going to be going to the game, and so looking forward to that. In fact, I've been missing the stadium so much. I went back to Coolray last week, and got my man, and so went back there because I just had to be at the ballpark. I've been missing it so much. So Savannah Bananas to start the year.
I'll say this though, I'm excited to get back to a ballpark. I'm very excited. I haven't been to a ballpark since last year, and it feels like I'm like, oh, and I'm going to be hitting a brand new ballpark because I've never been at Marlins Park, right? So it'll be the first time for me.
Nice.
I'm very excited. Very excited for that. So I'm super pumped.
So in other words, what I'm hearing is Ed is buying a bunch of merch for all of us.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So
I heard that was CFO approved.
I was just gonna say, after my college one, I didn't chime in on this. I'm gonna go with the Chili Man. April 5th will be my first MILB game. Charlotte Knights. He's coming down. So me and Jedediah.
Jedediah.
But also, I'm still working on this one. But we're going to South Florida, to Naples in middle of April for a baby shower. One of my friend's daughters, and I am working hard to go see the Tampa Rays San Francisco Giants game on that Sunday. So we'll see if make that happen in April.
Drop.
Yep, first time there.
Baseball bucket is.
I'm not.
Yeah, baseball bucket is for sure.
Yep.
I know Anna might be the.
I wanted to go to that game because Anna was going to be she was sort of hosting, so to speak.
So. Yeah. Is that at Minute Maid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't usually talk about my travels like, so many of you well-traveled folks do, but I've not seen the game at Minute Maid Park, but I have stayed at the Marriott across the street with the state of Texas lazy river on the roof. Right across the street from
When he's a ballpark where you got a lazy, river on the.
Well, they just weren't home whenever I was there to watch because I'm like, my luck, there were no home games both times I was there, and I was like, well,
dude, when I go in April, I'm kind of mad though because I'm going to Denver, and again for the second time, the Colorado Rockies are not going to be there.
That's right. You're going to see you're going to see Paul Caputo again.
Aren't you planning those trips though? Don't you use baseballmapper.com to?
But here's the problem: is because technically that game was not the one that we're going to go see. It's going to be the one in Albuquerque. That's the one we're going to go see. We're going to drive from Denver. So we were just hoping that, the baseball gods would align, but no, look at that. Eric Lickman got a logo collab with Anna for the Houston Bananas game.
Oh, I love it.
There you go, Zach. Awesome. I'm ready for Thursday. It's been 3 months. I'm with you, Zach.
Eric Lichtenberg makes fire logos.
Yeah, he does. Hey, Eric, let's talk about a DHC Sports show logo, maybe.
There we go. And I don't know if he's going to make it, but I didn't get to go to the Curve Brim meetup a couple of years ago in St. Paul. So if he makes those little cool ice cream helmets for the one in May.
Come on, Eric. Let's I know you can make it down here for the Curve Brim Media meetup the second time. You went to the first time, and we had a bunch of we went to that bar, and then we had some good beer and some good food that day, and then we went to the ballpark, and then I missed on the Juicy Lucy on the way there, so it was awesome, so cool. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, while you guys were eating and enjoying yourselves, me and Anna were stuck in traffic. That was cool.
It was just about picking the right vehicle. What can I say?
Yeah, thanks. I would have taken the train. I would have taken it just right there to St. Paul.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
That would have been to be fair, that would have been the easiest route to take.
It would have been, considering everything. The ice was get your picture with Homer. I'm looking forward to that, dude. I'm so looking forward to that. Cannot wait. So
I'm excited for you to get to see Albuquerque. That sounds fun.
It's really good ballpark.
Never been. Another one out of my. It's on the list.
Yeah.
That I get to notch.
Of the hundreds I haven't been to, that's another one I haven't been to. So
I should do a map.
I should start. Yeah, I should start telling stories about all the ballparks I haven't been to since Eric can
What
go
you
into.
bought ahead from?
Yeah, I went to last summer, and it was great. And then we did this. Or Donnie, yeah, this is like my 14th, time at this stadium, and so
what's up, Professor?
I haven't been there, but like Ed said, I bought a hat. So
you bought a hat from a lot of teams. Some of them are defunct now too, which is interesting.
They are indeed.
Eric, I missed out on the Juicy Lucy too. I'm trying to make it happen to the work during. Ooh, okay, all right. I like it.
Okay,
I like it.
Very good.
I think it was. I got a message from Lynn. So I was like, hey, that the Salamanders are playing that weekend too. Ed. I was like, you should add that to the list. I'm like, what you know about that, Lynn? What you know about that?
She knows all about that.
Yes, she does. So we'll see. I mean, we're working on that.
Yeah.
Well, we had talked about Greensboro on Sunday, possibly too. So I don't know if anybody's still talking about that or not.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, baseball.
Well, was that one one that you could still spring with your flight, Eric, or is that the one that's?
Yeah. No, okay. I won't be in on time on Friday if you go to the Salamanders game.
Oh, but you would be for Greensboro. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not flying out till Monday, so I could do Durham on Saturday, and then Carolina Mudcats, and then the Greensboro Sunday.
Is Durham on Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
Oh, Durham Saturday, and that's right. Greensboro we were talking about was Monday, wasn't it?
No, Sunday, because that's
right. We could do the double dip Sunday.
Yeah, because the
Sunday afternoon is
That's right.
And then the Greensboro is like 6:30.
Yeah, 6:35 or something like that.
We could probably make it work because now the pitch clock, Paul's favorite thing, it'll get done in time.
You're going to hear about it during that game. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Hearing from like people about
catch anyway. So
he's not going to be there for the exactly. So that's why we're trying to make it to the Mudcats. Because they are getting a new ballpark and they're going to be leaving Zebulon. So we'll see. Yep. Phil says that his brother lives between Durham and Raleigh, so we will be there. I love this area. I'm not going to lie, man. Durham is a beautiful ballpark. Holly Springs, actually, that ballpark, for being a collegiate woodbat league team, that's nice ballpark, and then obviously, as you guys already know from my episode with Brian Wilson, they're working on some cool things for that ballpark.
Yeah. So those guys, I mean, between that and the Gnomes, they got some good stuff going on.
Dude, yeah. They own the same people that own Capital Broadcasting. They own the Holly Springs. They own the whole.
Well, they
league.
own the CPL. Yeah.
They own the CPL. Then two teams, the Holly Springs Salamanders and the Yard Gnomes, and look at me, it's just giving me thumbs up. And the Durham Bowl. So I mean, they're like, we own this, so if they bring a Major League Baseball team, they'll be like, hey, can we work with each other?
Right.
That'd be kind of cool. So we'll see. The Mudcats ballpark, I'm gonna say it's concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've been there. It's a classic old ballpark. Let's put it that way.
It's a classic concrete place. I wouldn't put classic on that.
Yeah. Did anyone just catch the political spin that the mayor just put on that? Instead of
he does. That's pretty good.
It is a classic throwback to baseball parks, and we love our history of ballparks. And if you vote for me,
I'm with you, Zach. I oppose the move to Wilson. Yeah. I am not a fan of this. I think they should stay in Zebulon. I don't know. I don't like this move at all.
I hate it for the Tobs.
I hate it for the Mudcats fan base. They're in Zebulon.
That Mudcats franchise has moved a few times, though.
That's not even the original Mudcats.
No, well, you're right. Like the first iteration moved from Columbus to, ironically, Columbus, Georgia to Zebulon. So,
where do we find that history? Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, for 2 minutes. If you've got 2 minutes, then you can watch the entire.
Everybody.
What's
Yeah,
up, Lynn? Is it a baseball book?
Yeah, I tried to ask her. She didn't tell me the last time. The mayor of Alcatraz is a throwback prison.
It is.
Ed, are you getting us media passes when we go to the game?
I'm working on the Durham Bulls. That's going to be an easy one. That because I got a good connection there.
He's Donnie. I know a guy.
Yeah, I was
got a
going to
guy.
say, Ed has guys.
I do know a guy. You know what I mean?
Well, in this case, I actually do know Brian. I don't know that I would be able to get all the favors that Ed has, but I do know Brian.
If
So-
Carolina's leaving, they
he's
probably will
class
get
act.
us. They'll probably
Brian
get
is
us in.
class act, and he told me, he's like, hey, when it gets closer, let me know, and then let me know how many people are going. So you're gonna go see now on social media about interest, about who's coming, who's not. As far as media passes, I'm not gonna be able to get a lot on that, but I'm definitely gonna see if I can get like at least discount, for buying tickets. Hey, this is where we're gonna be. Get your tickets, and then we'll meet up. In the courtyard, because there's a nice back courtyard and a bar in the back of the ballpark that you can hang out. We can all hang out there and do cool stuff over there, so it's not a big deal.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
and of course and again I don't know if I can swing this, but I will see, possibly also getting like a discount code for the sports store, because I know that as soon as we all go in there, we're all going to be spending money. It's as simple as that. So
We're gonna do a live MILB hat history.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, we are.
Patrick and I did in Wichita.
Yeah, we will.
Donnie's gonna do a save a cap, video there as well.
Oh yeah.
No, he's banned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he's gonna break my heart yet again, and then like you did on the cruise, and like you did in Colombia.
Don't let him do it live and in person in front of you, though.
Oh, he already has.
Oh,
not only he should do it, he should be the one holding the camera.
I did
the saving.
I did one in Gwinnett with him and Kevin Penley there.
Yeah, he
and
did.
And then we had old General Sherman looking over our shoulder back there.
Yes, the guy that just joined the video because he was back there.
Yeah, he just walked up. I was like, "What are y'all doing?"
He hates those when they do that to the caps.
Oh,
when
my
they curve
gosh.
it. Well, that's not a bad idea. A wiffle ball game.
Have we? Speaking of news, have we talked about how the Dad Hat has bought a couple 5950s?
I did.
Oh yeah, and landed.
What
on
do you think Eric is wearing? One of them.
That's right. We're converting.
That's why you think Eric is wearing that hat. It's because of I saw it was $850 for one of them. And then the other one was it $19? Not even.
This hat went up to $20.50 after we all bought the hats. So like, we probably shouldn't have discounted them that much. We're gonna raise the price.
Like, you know what? I think we made a mistake. We made a mistake.
Too late.
I used to know the merchandise manager in Worcester, but she left for another job. But if I'd known that, I would have emailed her and I would have said, I heard some social media influencers, like the influencer himself and the Dad Hat, are buying out all your hats, and you had to change the price.
Well, I mean,
they're like, how did this word get out so fast?
Yeah, and the mayor trying to spend everybody's money, man.
So I had, and the night before that, I bought this one. Look at that! Look at that!
I love that one.
And then
they went to a red one. They went to a red one last year, but I like the other one. Oh wow, you went.
Oh yeah, okay.
So is the other one a 5950 or is that a 920? Look at that. That's my favorite. I like that one better than the red one they did this past year. That's 920.
920. I haven't done a video on this one. That's why
I actually like that Marvel hat though. I like that one a lot.
I don't mind this one as bad. It's really not that bad, to be honest with you.
No, I like it. It's at least bringing in the theme with the smiley and everything, and then it's like I like the blending of the two identities. So I thought that one was kind of underrated in terms of
it's a better use of the shield than a lot of others that used the shield.
Oh, for sure.
Durham. I'm still not getting that one because that one's just bad.
Hey, Mayor, do you know where someone can get a Durham Marvel hat?
Nope. Because that one is not fun. I wonder if that one's gonna go on sale next. If it was like $5, I'll think about it.
Well, it probably is because even though they're gonna have the same colorway, the new one's gonna have the patch on the side, so the old ones will go on sale.
If they go on sale and they're like $8, $8.50, like we did for those, all right, I'll think about that, and I'll go pick it up because I don't want to pay for the shipping.
When you work with Brian, he's gonna make you push those. That's all you're gonna sell.
I know.
That's right. That's right. He's gonna say, "I have a marvelous new employee."
He has me working on a day in July, which is like the hottest day. You know what I mean? Down
You'll
here, it's
be
like
in
I'm
the
gonna be.
store though. It won't be that bad.
No, I'll be there the whole day.
I know, but you'll
Yeah.
be in like the store, so it's not gonna be that hot. It'll be
True.
air conditioned.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be wearing. They wear black shorts. I'm gonna get me some black shorts and a polo so I can fit in. You know, I'm excited about that.
That is
Super
cool.
pumped about that.
That is cool.
You know, I was like, all right, he threw that out of nowhere. He caught me off guard. If I'm gonna release the video when he put that there, I'm like, oh. But I'm not. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. So, Lynn bought a blue and green Tortuga Dad hat today.
Nice.
Been a while since I've seen two color Tortuga hat. Nice. I haven't
Nice.
seen it.
I've
Blue and
got the
green.
one that's got the light blue front panel and the green in the back with the Tortuga logo on it. That's a pretty cool one.
I got the baby blue one. That one's a nice one.
Yeah, I like yours all baby blue. Mine's baby blue front two panels and green the rest of the way.
So, and I already showed you this, but since Lynn's is here, you know.
Yeah,
nice.
that's a cool one. I like. She got me one of those too.
Yeah, I had no clue I had no clue you were going to be getting that, Ed. By the way,
None whatsoever. And
I
I
had
love the
none.
green. Love the green. So Cinco Estaciones, you know.
Yeah, is that the one that you got too, Donnie? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think mine has the.
Yours was 59.50 though, wasn't it?
No, it was 920, but mine
Was it
has
920?
either
Okay.
the green. It's either the. I think it's the green bill. It's a two color. It's a two colored hat. It's not solid
Yeah.
blue,
And
or it's
And
a
the
green,
community
or it's
was-
a green hat with a blue bill, maybe.
And a community request: if anyone sees any New Orleans baby cakes hats out there in a size 7.5, please let the influencer know.
Yeah,
Please.
I missed out on all those, unfortunately.
I
Yeah.
need a dad hat on the baby cakes. I cannot find
Yeah.
one either. Have you all ever wore your Durham Bulls hat and get asked if you're a Denver
Yes.
Broncos fan?
Yes,
Not
multiple
here.
times, Zach.
Not here. We don't have that issue here.
Multiple times, Zach.
But I do have this one from Durham Bulls.
Nice. Yeah.
47
Was that a
slim.
mystery?
that's
Was that a
cool.
mystery box hat?
This is a snapback.
Yeah, but so did you buy that or did you get that in a mystery?
I was
box?
at the team store and they all. Here's the problem: when you go to the Durham Bulls that much, and then you buy all of their dad hats, you run out of dad hats to wear to buy. So they
I-
didn't have anything else.
I wouldn't
uh,
know that problem of buying a team out of the refitted hat they have.
Exactly. So
would never
I was like,
know.
all right, let me get that because I really do like the brim.
Oh, I
you
like
know?
that. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So I bought it, and you know,
Very
but
cool.
yes, I do get that sometimes, but not here in Durham or North Carolina. You get them in other states.
Can you do 7 3/8 on the baby cakes fitted?
Mm,
Oh no!
it depends.
no.
It depends
there's
if it's a
one-
large 7 3/8.
Yeah, get him a hat jack.
There's one on eBay.
Yeah, I've seen those. That one's isn't it expensive though?
It's $38.
Yeah,
That's not that bad.
no.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper. Is it?
I
Is it
get on
used?
eBay occasionally, but
Is it used?
yeah,
Yes.
looked like it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, it's
And it's-
definitely used if it's
I'm
on
hoping-
eBay.
I'm hoping Watchdog does a throwback at some point. They may do it. May take a couple years just to kind of get past the moving because they've
Yeah.
done the Wranglers and
Well,
some of those throwbacks already.
Well, also a new era system. What they do is a lot of times when a team becomes defunct, it goes away for a few years, and then unexpectedly it'll come back, and it's just come back into the new era system in the last year. So now you're starting to see some of the hat people use them. Like my friends at Topper Store USA have already done a couple of customs of the baby
Yeah.
cakes. So they did the baby, and they did it in an all purple. So which was really nice because yeah, I know the on-field ones were all like navy, but you know everyone just does navy all the time, and it's just
really annoying.
well. I mean, it's such a good logo. I would love for them to use the purple more and just like switch it up. But every single one of their hats was all navy except for that one two-tone that Donnie showed.
Maybe next season they'll come bring it back and they'll wear that.
Well, it would make sense because they've already done the t-shirts, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
and we all know that you've got a guy. I know you don't talk much, but
I
you've
don't.
got a guy yourself.
Well, Ed just assumed I wasn't going to go watch any baseball. He didn't ask what my first game was this year,
No.
so he just knew
Well,
I
because
wasn't going.
no, we kept talking about other things. So, what is your first game? Because your son already
I-
put it on the.
I know.
On the
I think I cut you off too when I jumped back to my other two games. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
so we'll blame the mayor. But yeah, I was just gonna say, why don't I just have IJ Influencer Jr. just come in and say the schedule? So more than likely, we'll probably go opening weekend for Wichita State. They play March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Now the first on the Friday is like an afternoon game, so I'll probably go March 2nd. I would say if it's not too cold, but I guess last year we did go when it was like 20 degrees, so probably won't stop us from going. So March is going to be mostly collegiate baseball, and then NCAA collegiate, and then starting in April will be minor league with the Wind Surge, and then Prophet Palooza is also in April.
Okay, I like it.
That's early spring, so hopefully it won't be too cold.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, just bundle up real good.
Yeah.
I looked at the weather in Miami. It's going to be really bad.
Indoors like 72.
Yeah, 75 outside.
It's going to be a very frigid 75 out.
75 and sunny. Well, gross.
Yeah. Man.
How
are you going to live with that?
I don't know.
Possibly Zach. Maybe something kind of like the baby cakes. They may wait a couple more years and do it. I wouldn't mind seeing throwback to like the wing nuts and the baby cakes and some of them. Obviously, baby cakes weren't here like the wing nuts were, but I wouldn't mind seeing a throwback to them. I think they probably will, but it may be another couple of years before they do that because they want to get this team rolling for a few years. This will be year 4, so maybe not year 5, but
I was just going to say after year 5 is when you probably see it. The Wranglers, I love when they released their Wrangler ones. I mean, they got I love that logo.
Yeah, I had a little insight on those, so I sent Patrick. I'm like, guess what? These are coming. So we did the Wichita Arrows and the Wichita
red hat for years.
I got that Dad Hat in. Let me tell you, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of actually, thanks to you, Eric. As a matter of fact, I got a bunch of Wichita hats that I was like, oh, look at this one. I'm like, come on, dude.
If you ever come to Wichita, you can bring a whole hat case full of Wichita hats and wear them here.
That's what I did. That's literally what I did.
When I go to a new ballpark, so like for example, to Albuquerque, I'm not taking anything that's isotopes because I know that I'm probably gonna end up like getting like my own brand and then get a hat there.
Yeah, speaking of the isotopes, both Phil and Zach said you got to have the green chili cheeseburger when you're there.
It's gonna happen.
They played as the green chili cheeseburgers when we were at that game, and we all had
I think they have a green chili cheeseburgers Dad Hat, don't they?
Probably.
So.
Yeah,
I think so.
I got their mariachis one. Their mariachis, the teal, darker teal hat.
Mariachis.
The mariachis. So that's gonna be a cool one.
They had a mariachi's margarita in a can with the logo on it. Really cool, delicious drink. If they have that, you should get that.
You'll have to. Go ahead.
Mr. Joe Prophet and I would need a strawberry margarita. That's my guy.
Remember that awful moving marling thing they had in this? Yeah, I do. That thing was not pretty.
Is it outside now?
Yeah, they took it out of the outfield. That thing was just because they kept talking so bad about it. I was like, that thing is atrocious. And then they just finally decided, I was like, we're just gonna move it. Let's just put it somewhere where people can see it and not on TV at all. So we'll see. I'll take a picture and send it to you guys. How's that?
There you go.
I haven't decided yet. So let me ask you this, guys, because I'm probably going to end up doing like an Instagram live while I'm at the park. It's just afterwards. I don't know. I haven't figured out where I'm going to be staying. I'm probably going to end up staying with my aunt. I thought I was going to stay at the hotel at the airport. No joke. I didn't buy a hotel room because it was like $500. I'm like, no. Yeah. Screw that. I'll sleep on the couch in the airport.
I've done that plenty of times.
So, I'm only going to go for overnight. But my aunt yelled at me. Dude, my aunt yelled at me. She's like, no, you're going to stay with us. We're going to pick you up. Okay. We're going to go to lunch. And then you're staying with us and we'll take you to the airport. I'm like, all right. I was just going to stay at the airport.
Okay. So, again, you have people. It's like, it's like.
Both the mayor and the Dad Hat have guys
working on it.
So do you, influencer. I don't even want to hear it.
Who do I have?
Huh?
Who do I have?
I went to an entire weekend series with you at Wichita. You're basically royalty there. I saw it. So don't you?
Everybody knows.
Everybody tipped their cap to me when I walked by.
They did, and they were. Everyone went by, and you could just see
But Patrick, what you don't know is
influence.
that Eric that
Influence.
went the day before him, like, listen, my man's coming, make me look good. Okay. I need you to make me look good. That's what he did. He paid him.
He only does that for people he cares about. He wouldn't have done that for me.
Well, he did.
See,
apparently.
I only have a half season.
forgets-
I don't even have a full season like he's got.
Yeah.
He's there way more than I am.
Ed, what you're not understanding is they forget that I even came to their stadiums. So,
Awkward. Listen,
I
even
didn't
Eric,
forget
is Eric
you.
Lichtenberg still on this show? Because look at him. He's already tweeting about, his the hat that he wants. I
Man.
gotta admit it. That is a nice cap.
That's a
All
very
right, guys.
nice hat.
We're 15 over the hour here, but I'm gonna start with you, Patrick. What you got going on this week, my friend?
Starting with me, I'm glad because I'm trying to totally remember what I'm doing this week.
While you're trying to figure out,
I'm
Zach,
good. I'm good. Yeah.
I'm probably going to end up wearing my Yadiel Molina Puerto Rico World Baseball Classic red jersey to the game. So
Yeah.
if
See,
they have
Zach-
some stuff from those teams there for sale, I'm buying some stuff. I'm telling you that right now.
Zach, you didn't see anything.
No, Zach saw exactly what I saw.
Look at Eric. I'm pretty much going to buy that hat. Good fan.
Good for you, Eric.
I might buy that hat, and I'm not a Twins fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. So this week we're going to go back to the independent baseball, and we're going to have the Gary South Shore Railcats. So
American Association.
That's it.
Former opponent of the Wichita Wingnuts. Love it.
Yeah.
Gary, huh?
So
Some
not
wonderful
a lot of
places.
hats, but still a few just a little bit of history. So trying to show love to those teams, like I said, that maybe don't always get the attention that that we hope they get. So I'm just kind of switching it up. Sometimes it's affiliated, sometimes it's independent, sometimes it's collegiate summer league, and we want to show all the teams love, right? That's what we're all about.
I love it, dude. That's
so, yeah.
awesome.
So drops tomorrow morning, so check it out.
All right, Mr. Mayor. What you up to this week, my friend?
Working in Ohio. So
Freezing in Ohio?
Yeah, well, not freezing. Like I said earlier, it's going to be in the 50s the rest of the week, so it's actually going to be pretty comfortable.
It's actually a balmy 20. It's a balmy 15.
Don't let him fool you. 50s down up there, it is a totally different 50s than down here in the South.
Hey, it's not too bad. It's not too
50s
bad.
is depressing up there.
Yeah,
the wind is kind of cutting
tomorrow in a parka. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him in a parka tomorrow.
No, he's wearing his Carhartt.
Yeah, I got my Carhartt jacket, but the sun's out. The sun's out, so it's not too bad. I usually peel the jacket off after about an hour.
Yeah,
I'm
because if you're moving,
good to go.
So what he's saying is sun's out, guns out.
That's
pretty
right.
much. He's probably going to end up wearing his hoodie.
I wear a hoodie every day up here. I wear a hoodie every day for work, pretty much. Just you got a layer. I'm always layered.
Would you learn how to wear a hoodie, please? Man, you never wear them, man.
No, never do. I love hoodies. Hoodies and shorts, bro.
All I've got Whatever Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday hats coming before the next show. So no, 2 non-baseball related hats popping up.
Hey, Zach wants to know if you're in April down up there. He wants to go to an Akron Rubber Ducks game.
Zach will be there mid-April.
Yep. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here in April. I was hoping I was going to actually be here when Prophet Palooza came through, but unfortunately that's when I'm going to be in Florida. And so I'm going to miss those guys when they come up through here. So
Oof.
I don't know. Maybe the end of April I might get up here, but we'll see.
Nothing against the Prophet brothers, but man, Florida, Akron, Florida.
Everything
Akron.
against the Prophet brothers.
There you go. All right, Eric, what you got going on this week, my friend?
So last week, I think there was a little foreshadowing. Mr. Mayor said something about the word Mendoza. So Patrick, you know all about Mr. Mendoza. Tell us a little bit about what hitting at the Mendoza line is.
What about that now?
So if you're hitting at the Mendoza line,
yeah, you're batting under 200, right?
Right. So that's average, right? You're pretty average. So we tomorrow, Earn Fun Average, we are going through the second annual Mendoza Awards, handing out awards from 2023 guests. We have 8 categories and handing out some Mendoza Awards. So some of our average guests. So just Johnny and I tomorrow, but we talk about the Mendozas and hand out the second annual Mendoza Awards.
I wonder if I'll ever make a Mendoza Award.
You did in year 1.
True story.
I didn't.
No, probably not. You were below
I
Mendoza
wish,
way
line.
yeah, you were
I'm
below
way
the
below
Mendoza line.
I said, well, I'm always below the Mendoza line, and I'm always way below average. So
There it is.
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as Dad Hat Chronicles, this week I released the last part of that conversation with Brian Wilson. That was pretty cool conversation, right? Like as far as like,
good stuff.
you know, like when they look at all of these other clothing companies, OT Sports, Bim Ritter, you know, all of that. That was pretty
He's doing
cool
New
to
Era
hear.
apparel now too.
New Era apparel. That's right. Did you see the release that they
did.
released some stuff today?
Look sharp.
Yeah.
Look sharp. And then
Yeah.
obviously, right, him learning to work with 2 different other teams, right?
Yeah.
And what that Southway Shakes, man, that's some good stuff. But you guys will see that. You guys will see Holly Springs. I want to take you guys because I'm like 5 minutes from there, so it'll be a cool one to see when you're here in for the corporate media meetup. So make sure you guys follow him. Make sure you guys go and get some yard gnomes, Holly Springs salamanders, and Durham Bulls gear.
Yeah. Can't wait for a yard gnomes 5950.
I wonder if they're going to do 50 or they're going to do other like
they'll do Zephyr. They'll do Zephyr, I'm sure. I mean,
Zephyrs, OT.
Yeah.
Just because of the different, they have different contracts with them.
47. I mean, like they've already got 47, but
yeah. So they love working with 47, those teams. So, you know, I'm waiting for the Salamanders to release some more Southway Shakes on 47, and then I'm getting one of those suckers.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love well, I was surprised that they had a Southway Shakes hat in a 5950. So I picked that up when they were selling those.
I sent that to Kelly up in Chicago. We did a trade on that one, so I sent that to him. So he has that one as well. So
nice.
And then on Thursday, guys, it is our NFL Super Bowl episode, and it'll be football the whole time. We're gonna break down the game. We're gonna break down the best player in both the teams, which is we all know is Tony, right? You know, superstar, number 1 wide receiver, 50-yarder. Here we come, baby.
And the mayor's going to issue the mayor's going to issue a statement saying he said nothing bad about the Chiefs.
Right.
That's right.
I'm waiting for that one. So
I'm waiting for that press conference.
All right. So 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. We will see you guys then. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that one, guys. That's going to be interesting. I want to see what the Prophet household is going to go with on that game because, my God, someone might be in the doghouse if he goes against the Chefs.
We already know what the mayor's going with, so
you do.
Road team.
Yeah, you've already told us.
No, I was going to say. So, have they determined who the road team is going to be in that one?
Well, it's going to be Kansas City because the 49ers are the 1 seed, doesn't that?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that's
Chiefs
how that
the
worked.
3 seed. I would assume so.
Yeah, makes sense.
But you have family in San Francisco, so you know. We'll save that for Thursday, though.
Yeah. We'll talk about that Thursday. Let's not talk about that right now. You know, we'll Thursday, and then
I've already forgotten what we were talking about, so they'll just have to tune in Thursday.
And then that's it for our football season, guys. That's it. That'll be our last football show for the season.
Just like Zach Beeson says, it never ends. We got spring football starting up soon. The UFL.
That's right. Yeah. I am very interested in breaking that down. That's going to be interesting, because the USFL, the XFL merge, right? UFL now. So we'll see how that goes.
I actually heard Chris Sims today say that he was asked about the UFL on Dan Patrick. I think it was Chris Sims, or maybe been Albert Breer, one of them. And he said the NFL is there's going to eventually be a little more collaboration, I guess, with NFL. He said the NFL realizes they need a minor league system like baseball. And I was like, "Ooh, what a great statement." Because they do. Because they got all these college players that are transferring all over the place. None of them have any stability, and they're all coming in way worse shape than they used to. So.
Yeah. And not only that, guys, but with the beauty about minor league systems is you get to implement some interesting rules, right? That you can to try out some rules.
Yeah.
You get to work out some of the referees as well, right? So develop some referees and things like that, and obviously the players. So I'm sure eventually the NFL is going to be like, "Hey guys, let's work together." Let's do a partnership here. So, but we'll leave that for after the Super Bowl, because I'm very intrigued about the UFL and see how that goes. And then obviously baseball. We'll start talking about spring training, and we got to break down the teams, divisions, and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited about this show with the upcoming season, guys.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Well,
Fantastic.
guys, we will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.